Mainly wanted to ask you this week about Friday's game with Harvard, with the playoffs coming up. How good is this game going to be? Have a chance to kind of see what you guys are made of, and
Yeah, it's good. A good opportunity. Obviously, watching them on tape, they're playing well. Obviously, a good challenge ahead. They're obviously, a lot of people think that they have really come on second half. You see the rankings in the top five in the country, three in most polls. So I think it's a fantastic opportunity here. Obviously, tough challenge, and I think they're undefeated at home. So a lot of it's a lot in the line there Friday night. But for the most part, for us, it's just we want to be playing well here and down the stretch. It's a great opportunity to see kind of where we're at.
And obviously, if you guys play well against them, how much confidence can that give your team going into the playoffs? That I'm sure they probably have some anyway, but any team they face is somebody they can beat, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're actually going to roll. We've been good on the road, so it's one of those situations that seem, it's. I like the way we're playing. We're making good strides here and figuring out how to hold on to leads and win games at this time of the year is important. 2 points are hard to come by this time of the year, and obviously going on Harvard, they're a good team. It's as well as I do. You win games like that, your confidence can skyrocket.
I was asking you about just the benefit of obviously I know you guys wanted a top four spot, but to clinch home ice last week, how does that help to not have that kind of hanging over your head as you go into this weekend? There's been years in the past where it's come down to the Saturday game and things are still in the air. I mean, how much does it help?
Well, the league's a league. It's unbelievable,
yeah.
Like I said, it's not much. There's movement. I think some teams did a good job of separating themselves a little bit in the dog days of January and that, and that's where we lost a couple of games that we probably would love to have back to put us in that competition mode there right now for that bye. But like I said, it's the consistency of it's got to be there, and for us right now, I thought the last a little bit in the second half. I've said that to people. We've led most nights, if not every night since January 1st. We've had leads in games, and it's just we want to continue to move, continue to grow on that. We have a large contingent of young guys in the lineup, and learning to win in different ways with different lineups has been important for us. As you go into playoffs, things are going to happen. So you want to be able to come from behind. You want to be able to win a certain way, win a low-scoring game, win a high-scoring game. So you want all those things in your toolbox before the playoffs come, so that you have the ability to know that when whatever's coming at you, you've seen it before, you can handle it. And we want a good weekend here this weekend to set ourselves up in a positive frame of mind for next weekend.
Just want to ask you, the last regular season road trip of the year, Harvard's pretty highly ranked. How good of a test will this be for you guys getting ready for the playoffs to play a team like that, just to see what your capabilities are and things like that?
Yeah, exactly. I think you said it right. It's a good measuring stick for us, and they're a team that we would expect to see down the road, so it'll be good for us to get a good test in our belt and see how we do.
And obviously, if you do well there, how much confidence can you guys pick up going into the postseason with a game like that? If you have a successful outing over Friday night.
Yeah, I think momentum for us is huge. We've been playing well as of late, so getting another victory under the belt, regardless of who it's against, is important for us to keep our momentum going into the playoffs.
Okay. I was curious too about what's kind of different this year going into the playoffs maybe than a year ago. It seems like you guys are healthier right now than you were a year ago. A lot of people were really dinged up. Do you feel pretty good about just how you guys look, as you get ready for that?
Yeah, definitely. Last year was tough with injuries. This year we've done a good job of using rest to our advantage. So I think that we're healthier going into playoffs, and that's definitely a good thing. So.
Okay. This last thing I was asked about was obviously Saturday was senior night, but you guys clinched home ice too. How good did it feel to know that you have at least one more weekend you get to play hockey in this building?
Well, yeah, definitely. Love playing here at Shield. It fell short of the goal that we set at the beginning of the year, but I think if we can take some positives out of it, we get to play here at Shield, and hopefully that'll be to our advantage moving forward.
This weekend's road trip starting with Harvard. That's one of the top teams in the country. How good of a test will this be for you guys as you get ready for the playoffs to play a team that good?
They're a good team, so it's a good test about playoff caliber hockey. So we just need to go out there and play our game and hopefully come out with some wins.
And if you do well, especially against them, how much confidence can that give your team going into the playoffs that you can, I'm sure you guys already have it, but what will that do for you guys?
Yeah, well, it'll show us that we can play with them and play the top teams in the league. So that's just a confidence booster for us.
I was curious too about this stage of the year, a year ago. What do you think is different about this team maybe than a year ago at this time as you get ready for the postseason?
I think we have some more offensive firepower and put pucks in that and capitalize on our opportunities. So, we just need to stick to what works for us offensively, and the goals will come.
All right. I was asking you, how big was it for you guys to clinch? I know you wanted to get in the top four at the start of the year, but to clinch home ice for next weekend too, how big a deal is that?
Yeah, that's huge. Obviously, playing at home is always what you want to do, so have a crowd behind us. So.
How much stress does that take off the last weekend of the year too? You have to worry about that. You said there have been some years where that was kind of up in the air going into Saturday games.
You still want to go out there and win those games. So they're still important games. So we don't get caught in standing. So we need to go out there and put in some work and get some wins.